Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about how to create speech to text feature in our own Android application. For that, we'll be creating one application where we'll have one button to record our audio, and we'll just press that button and speak whatever we want that converted to be in a text format. And after we release the button, our app will internally convert that speech into the text format and will set that text into the some edit text format. I know though it seems some complicated, but believe me, it's a very simple process. And we don't need any third-party library for that as well. So for now, let's get started. So here I am in an empty Android Studio project. We don't have any code in our main activity. It is just data binding code I have written. And in the activity main, I have just created a simple UI with one edit text here and here one image button to so that whenever we'll press this button, we'll start recording our speech, and after the app will convert the speech to text, the text will appear here. So for that, edit text is here. So this is a simple layout I have created. And now moving to the main activity.kt file. And the first thing we need to do for this tutorial is to add a permission, because we will be recording the audio through our phone's microphone. So we need to ask a user runtime permission to record the audio. For that, let's open android manifest.xml and add a permission here of record audio. That's it. And now, so as this is the runtime permission, I need to create a permissions array here. Permissions array equal to array of manifest.permission.record audio. Now I'll ask this permission runtime. First, I need to check if we have already that permission or not. If we don't have, then we'll ask. So we have this method check self permission. Inside this, we'll pass a permission. So we'll get it from the permissions array itself. Permission array of 0, that will be your first permission, record audio. And if that is not equal to package manager dot permission granted, then we'll ask the permission. Activity compat dot request permissions, and here it requires 3 parameters. First one is the activity, second one is the permissions array, and third one is the request code. So I'll pass just 200. Now at this time our app will have a permission. So once our app have a permission, we need to do the button click handling. So I'll just do that. Binding dot btn listener dot in the, so here I will not be implementing set on click listen. We want that button to be behave as a microphone, like it when it is pressed, it will continue to take our speech, and when it is released, it will finish and deliver the content to our event. So I'll use a on touch listener event here, and I'll use this variation where we'll get a view and event here. So this event is of a motion event. If you hover on this one, you can see here that is event, that is out of type motion event. So this motion event will contain a different actions we'll get, and will uh, act our app accordingly. So here it just needs a boolean value, so I have passed true. So here I'll check, sorry, I need to use a when block here. When this event dot action, so we'll have different actions here. First action will be motion event dot action down. So what this action down is here, let's hover on this one, it will tell us. So concept for set motion mark. So a pressed gesture has started, the motion contains the initial starting location. So when user pressed and holding the button, then we'll get this event. And we want another event when the user releases that his finger from the button. So that another event is a motion event dot action up. We can also hover on this one, and it will tell us that a press gesture has finished. So when user removes his thumb from this button, then this event will be triggered. So we only want these two events. and we'll write all our logic here. So what we'll do here, once user presses that button, then we'll just set a binding dot edit text dot set a hint to this text view or edit text as listening, and when user releases that, we'll set the hint as a text will appear here, because there can be chances where whatever user has spoken is not recognized by system and there will be no outputs. So in that case, our edit text will be an empty. So in order to provide a better user experience, we can again just state it as a text will appear here. Now we need to declare two things. First one is a speech recognizer, and second one is a speech recognizer sir intent. That will be a normal intent. Now we just need to initialize those. Speech recognizer equal to speech recognizer dot create, sorry, dot create speech recognizer, and this requires context. That will pass this, and we'll also initialize this intent here. Speech recognizer intent equal to, that will be a normal intent with action provided by speech recognizer dot, no, not speech recognizer intent dot action recognize speech. So that's it. We just need to initialize these two things, and what we need to do is we need to capture the results. So for that, how can we capture the result? So we have one callback here. For that is a speech recognizer dot sets recognition listener. So we need that this listener. So this is an analysis object we need to implement here. That will be a recognition listener. So recognition listener, we need to implement this method, and it has a lot of methods, but no need to worry, we don't need to implement all of these. We only need to implement one method out of this. And yes, we need to replace all of these to dos. I mean, we need to just remove all of these to dos, because this might crash your app. So we have removed, and we need to deal with only this on the results. So when we have all of the results, when user have released the button after he has spoken, then the control will come here, and here we will handle the events. Here it is showing the results, and what we'll do here, we are getting a results here in the form of bundle. So what we can do is, well, uh, let's say our results, don't, I'm not thinking much about the variable name. Our results is equal to results dot, we need to add an object here, get string array list method we have here, and it requires a key. So we'll we have already key for that is a uh, no, here we need speech recognizer dot results recognition. So this is the key string specifically made for that action. So if we control click on this one, we can see results recognition. Okay, and we'll get the string here. If you hover on this one, we'll get an array list containing a string, and we'll first check if our results is not null, is null or empty. If they are not null or empty, then what we need to do, now we have results. So we this is an array of results, but we'll be picking up the first one result which we get. So, and we will be setting that to our edit text. So binding dot et text dot set text, and what we'll set here, our results zeroth position, whatever it has, we'll set it up here. So that's it. That's the thing only we need to do. Now only two things are remaining, small things. That is when user presses the button, and what we can do here is we can just write speech recognizer dot start listening, and here we need to pass this intent, and we'll pass speech recognizer intent, and when the user releases we need to stop listening. So for that we will also call speech recognizer dot stop listening, and that's it. One thing, functionality wise it is done. One thing I just wanted to do for just giving a good better user experience is that I have created two colors for this button. So this button is a default audio button default, and I have created two colors, audio button default and audio button pressed. So when the user press that button, I want that button background to change, and when the user releases, I want that button background to be default, just to create a good clicking UX. For that, what I will do is when the user has pressed the event, I'll just change the background of that button. Binding dot btn listener dot set background color, and here I'll pass color resources dot get color. Here I'll pass r dot color dot audio button pressed, and in the theme I'll just pass null, and I'll do the same in the up event as well. It will be just that audio but color will be different, audio button default. So that's it. That's the only thing we need to do. Now we just need to start running our application and see how it helps. And one thing I want to let you know is that you need a real device to test this application, because the emulator might not be able to receive your audio input. So it is better to use your physical device on this. So I am also using my physical device. So I just click on run, and it is launching on my device, and the device is not accepting the interaction through my laptop. So that's why I need to touch it manually. So at first it is asking for a permission, so I'll just give it a permission, and now I'll show you the magic. Hello, how are you? Got it? How this is working? Isn't it amazing? We haven't used any third-party library, nothing. It is just a simple application with just a speech recognizer classes we have used, and it is giving us this fantastic output. Now start thinking about in where in your own application, in where you can implement this thing. This will make your application stand out and make it a very cool. So this is how we can do implementation of speech to text feature in our own Android application, and this is a very simple way of doing that. So I hope that's clear to you. If you have still some doubts, then you can put your questions in the comment box below. I will try my best to answer those. Again, if you like this video, then please click on like, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you will be stay updated whenever such a new amazing video is published. We'll meet in the next tutorial with some another interesting topic. Till then, goodbye, happy coding.